If you're thinking about trying to learn Spanish using free resources on the internet, just don't bother at this point. It's brutal out there. Starting with the apps, like Duolingo is the one everyone talks about all the time. It's probably the most famous and popular. This gamified learning thing really is not for me because I used Duolingo back in middle school. I had this funny idea to learn Spanish back in middle school, and they actually explained the mistakes you made. These days, they don't. You make a mistake, and you don't get to know what you did wrong unless you have like premium, pro, ultra, whatever they call it, max maybe. And they've gamified it so you have a health bar. You have five little hearts, and one heart regenerates, I think, every 6 hours. So you get five mistakes, and then you're just done, and you're done for the day. You're done learning. What you get wrong, you don't know. Come back tomorrow, maybe, when you have four hearts. Have fun. So I really don't appreciate that. They're horrible at teaching, and now they're introducing a bunch of AI bullshit as well. But I will say they're really, really good at marketing because I enabled notifications on my phone and they switch the notification up over and over and over again. So you never get complacent, you never get comfortable. You'll just be sleeping in the middle of the night and it's a new chime you've never heard before. So several times I've just been asleep, maybe 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and fucking Duolingo sends out this new chime I've never heard before. And this has happened like 5 or 6 new chimes, I mean. So I freak out and I think, is this an Amber Alert? Is this a tornado warning? Are the aliens invading, finally? Nah, man, it's the Bird app. It's just like, it's so obnoxious, it's so anti-human, but it gets your attention and that's all they want. They don't care about teaching you Spanish. They care about getting you on the app as often as possible. And if you're not on the app, you need to be thinking about it. In the middle of the night, you're having a good dream? Fuck you. Think about Duolingo. It's the same reason they changed the little application icon over and over again. Where look, the bird is dead. The bird is angry. Oh, the bird is a different color. It's all just to draw your attention. So their marketing team is excellent. Every other team at Duolingo is just horrible because I haven't learned shit from that service. The other free services are just a bait and switch where you get one free lesson, maybe 2 or 3, about an hour of content on average. And then they say, if you want any more, you need to pay. So if you're looking into free content, make sure it's not like the first 3 are free. They're not doing the drug dealer tricks because I'm not paying like $20 a month for Lingo Deer or however much they're charging. Lingo Deer, Babbel, Rosetta Stone. Nice try, fuckers. I'm not paying for any of that. The only app that is actually good is free, and it's not a business. It's just one dude. It's called a language transfer. He doesn't just do Spanish. He does like, I think it's 8 different languages. It's like Greek, French, Spanish, probably Mandarin, probably Arabic, stuff like that. But the only one I'm interested in is Spanish, of course. And it's got 90 lessons. They're like 10 minutes long each. And this guy's actually just really, really good at teaching. Like, it's hours of content, too. It's about 10 minutes per lesson. There's 90 lessons. So I don't know how many hours that is. You do the math. And he's good at teaching because what he does as he tries to show you the connective tissue between English and Spanish. Like if you're fluent in English, there's a lot of Spanish you already know. You just need to be shown the light, as cultish as that sounds. Because they both have Latin roots. I think they're called romantic roots for some reason. So you got to find those connections that we share through our romantic roots. Oh boy. But yeah, he's actually really good at it. So I've learned more from that than any other application, and I've been at this for like 100 days. Anki was... The thing about Anki is I thought I was using it, but I was using like a rip-off app because the rip-off app had 12,000 ratings when the actual Anki had 2,000, and it cost $25. So it's called Noji now, the Anki ripoff. They give you 50 flashcards a day. So you take a shit, you do your flashcards, and then later when you need to shit, I guess you just don't learn. You just stare at the floor, I suppose. So I downloaded the actual Anki on my phone, and not my phone, sorry, my computer, and I'll give that a try. Because the way it works is it's free on the computer and Android, but on iOS it's $25. I don't know what the deal is. So maybe that's great too. That's the one everyone talks about as the best flashcard application. I'll have to give that a shot. When it comes to YouTube videos, that's the other thing I tried, of course. The first thing I did when I decided to learn Spanish is I look up like the best way to learn Spanish, beginner's guide to learning Spanish, and comprehensive learning Spanish, shit like that. And of course, I got a bunch of videos that said, I speak Spanish. If I had to relearn it from the beginning, here's how I'd do it. And every single one of these videos, man, they don't have any practical tips. It's all just grind set nonsense. Like, you gotta lock in, bro. You gotta understand that this isn't a 2-day process. You're not like that one guy who makes fake videos pretending to speak languages. You can't speak Spanish in 2 weeks, bro. You gotta lock in and you gotta commit. You gotta get on that grind set. And sometimes they recommend their own little bullshit, like their own little courses or whatever. But I think a lot of them are just in it for the ad revenue because they don't say anything worth listening to. It's like, I want a step-by-step guide to learning Spanish, and none of them have done that, as far as I can tell. It's like, oh, comprehensive input is important? That's great. I mean, duh. Thanks, guys. So how would they learn Spanish if they started again? They would just learn Spanish, I guess, and they would lock in. Very helpful. The only extremely useful YouTube resource I've come across is like, let me pull up the video. I'll find the exact name and channel. Yeah, it's a complete guide to every fundamental in Spanish, the conclusion. And the YouTube channel is The Language Bro. It's got like a little under 1 million views. It's 4 hours long. And as far as I can tell, it really does have every little grammatical concept you need. Because every time I don't understand what's going on, because Duolingo won't teach me anything, I just go on this, and there's neat little timestamps in the description, and it's just like 100 of them, and he'll actually teach you what you need to know. So once again, it's a complete guide to every fundamental in Spanish. The Conclusion by The Language Bro. It's like amazing. I don't know how it was for you guys, but throughout elementary and middle school, I learned Spanish every single year, but it wasn't progressive. So every single year we learned, okay, it's soy, eres, es, somos, soy, son. Every single year. We never progressed beyond that. So the absolute like toddler level basics are pretty locked in, but I feel like if school was actually interested in teaching us Spanish, 9 years is more than enough to do it. Kindergarten through 8th grade, yeah, they can do that. But that's not how it worked out. And I went to several different schools throughout the years. None of them, they were all doing the same soy, eres, es, somos, soy, son bullshit. Come on, just like, teach me new stuff. If you actually cared about teaching me, I'd be fluent in Spanish by now, but it's just performative. It's just theater. I know people have a lot of things to say about school, but this is probably the most egregious example of school just being like useless. Like, I appreciate a lot of the other lessons I learned in school. Spanish, dead useless, complete waste of time. If I was doing jumping jacks, I'd be like an Olympian, but instead I was just doing soy air, you get it. And it's just complete fucking trash. I'm not learning this for fun, by the way. I'm learning this because I need to get a job. I don't know how many of you guys are looking for jobs lately, but like a third of them say English and Spanish preferred, bilingual preferred, and even the ones that don't, you get to the point where you actually get an interview, and then they drop it on you and they say, "So, just English, or do you speak anything else?" And that's the binary pass fail. If you only speak English, you're not getting the job, man. There's too many people who speak English and a bunch of other nonsense. So, these are basic jobs too. Like, I'm not looking to become like a Fortune 500 fucking whatever. I'm trying to get security jobs. I'm trying to get truck driving jobs. And all of them want you to be able to speak English and Spanish fluently. Fluently. Apparently, I can't even speak English fluently. It's just ridiculous. It's all just a tremendous waste of time. It's all just a tremendous slap in the face that I have to learn this shit. And school, which was supposed to teach me this, just didn't. And now all these free resources aren't actually free. So, in conclusion, use language transfer. Use A Complete Guide to Every Fundamental in Spanish. I'm going to try Anki, but beyond these two resources, I don't know what's actually good and free. It's horrible. The whole state of things is horrible. It really is. Anyway, I'm going to make more videos, so please like and subscribe maybe.